My parents were immigrants in France, so I was born in Cameroon, but I did my high school in France. And it got me to realize something, that first I was extremely lucky and privileged, but that it was very important to give back. Not everybody had a chance to get on a plane, right, and access the best, some of the best education in the world. And I was thinking, so many people back home in Africa or in Asia or in India or Latin America who have a lot of talent could benefit from that. How do we create a level playing field? How do we create that platform where, despite the fact that the resources, the natural resources are unevenly distributed in the planet, all resourceful human can yet share the best they have to offer, their talents, their goods, their services, their value, their values. We have a lot of natural resources. But what we use, although everybody wants those natural resources, is our local currency. But beyond our borders, it's useless. Then we limit it. How do we access the global economy? Are we part of this global human collective intelligence, global consciousness, and start exchanging and everybody bring the best they have to offer? I remember the story of Tribe One, a story I was told, a story my forefathers were told, a story our ancestors were told, a story that leads to the very origins of who we are and where we come from. There's a legend about Tribe One, and that legend says that millennia, tens of thousands of years, possibly hundreds of thousands of years, here on this planet, there used to be a true golden age, a time of togetherness, a time of solidarity, a time of peace, where the ruler was love. And at that time, there was a collective spread across the planet. That collective was a group of individuals who were at the same time warriors and oracles. This collective were the guardian of universal knowledge on earth, and they were the guardians of the golden age. The name of that collective was Tribe One, the Tribe of One. Tribe One never lost a war, thanks to their devotion to the balance on this planet and the universe. Came a point in time where this balance was destabilized. It is not clear whether it was a natural catastrophe or some form of energetic imbalance, but it led to a shift on this planet where low vibration emotions started taking over. Hatred, jealousy, ego, leading to wars, unrest, conflicts, catastrophes, cataclysm. And it was an event that Tribe One couldn't really contain. They fought the best they could. But they lost. something along the way as they were trying to salvage whatever could be saved. And for the first time in history, Tribe One lost that battle for dignity, that battle for peace and harmony. And as Tribe One perished, disappeared, escaped, tried to resist, some fled to create new clusters for humanity. Someone north, someone south, someone east and west. Very few remained. And the memory was lost. The connection was lost. The connection to the oneness. But the legend says that one day, here on earth, the descendants and the reincarnations of the Tribe of One would reunite to bring about the new golden age on earth. It will be a time where love will rule again, where peace will spread again, a time of interconnectedness, a time of shared humanity, a time of hope, growth, and universal knowledge. As Tribe One reconnects, the new golden age will appear and humanity will rise again. I believe I belong to this tribe. Along my path, I've met people on the same journey that somehow reminded me of this story of Tribe One. Because I believe that we've come in a point in time where all those special people wanting change, growth, and emancipation are coming together. It's in the air. I can feel it. I'm having goosebumps as I speak about it. And what those people need at this point is a platform to all reconnect and contribute to ignite this transformation. As a human species, we evolve, right? We've learned that from school. I believe that at this point, we are not all fulfilling what we effectively can. We are not fully realizing our potential as humans and are dealing with some limitations. And those limitations could be many forms, but I identified three that are really a problem. And I also believe that we have a mission and a responsibility to contribute to such emancipation by harnessing the resources of Mother Earth to create equal access to opportunities for any human being, regardless of their place of birth or their wealth at birth. In Rwanda, for instance, they say Ubuntu, which means the humans. In Swahili, they say Utu, which are human beings. In Lingala, they say Abatu, which are us, men and women. Ubuntu means I am because we are. Ubuntu means I can only exist through you. Ubuntu means humanity. Today there's three problems, major, that are hindering this equal access to opportunities. One is financial inclusion. 1.7 billion people today around the world don't have a bank account. Yet, 1.1 billion have a mobile phone. That was financial inclusion. Second is the poverty trap. 99% of the global wealth lies in 1% of the global population, in the hands of 1% of the global population. And the poverty trap is not just a matter of being poor from an emerging market. Poverty also means you can't save, and you're on a hamster wheel, but you don't get much out of it. If you take the millennials in the United States, $1 trillion, this is the debt of that generation. How do you repay that? You haven't even barely started working. What's the consequence? You don't have access to essential services like healthcare, basic healthcare, basic education. How can you emancipate without that? You come to U Tribe 1 and you ultimately can share what you know and get remunerated for that. You don't have access to the best schools, the best universities, because you live in a place where opportunities are extremely limited. With U Tribe 1, some of those universities can put their content online for you to access it. And if you're limited because your local currency is not accepted because you don't have a credit card, U Tribe 1 is powered by digital gold. And both you and I know that gold will be accepted anywhere you go. And that's the whole point. U Tribe 1 gives that opportunity. Before, you couldn't pay them because you didn't have a credit card. Now, you have digital gold that you can use because they will take digital gold. You have knowledge, you don't have revenues, you have talents, you make crafts. The market locally is maybe a bit small. There might be people around the world who love what you do. Now we give you that window to the world. Yes, but beyond the window that we give you a passport to go beyond the window, an instrument of savings that is going to grow as a sign of love and gratitude for the exchange of value. What we're offering on U Tribe 1 is this interconnectivity, interconnection, interdependence that we have lost as humans along the way, where regardless of where you are, regardless of your nationality, location, race, gender, you have something to bring and you have things to gain. What can you sell on U Tribe 1? You can sell your tomatoes, for instance, to the neighborhood. You don't know a developer or cannot develop a website or code? Just load your pictures of your tomatoes, and our platform has an artificial intelligence tool that will notify your neighborhood about you selling your tomatoes. You can sell your knowledge. Are you a student in university? Then you probably know a bit of math, a bit of history. And there are students in high school who would love to get lessons for somebody a bit more senior. And when you create your account on U Tribe 1, it comes with a digital wallet where you can charge digital gold and be paid from their wallet to your wallet, wherever they are in the world, regardless. You're a doctor, and there are so many people, if you're a doctor, that need your knowledge, that you can help cure or prevent from bad disease. Go on your Tribe One. Make yourself known as a doctor so that if somebody somewhere needs a quick diagnostic, you can do it via telemedicine and you can save a life. The beauty about you Tribe One is that you own your data. I can only access it if you authorize me to do so. You are sovereign. You have always been sovereign. As such, because it's your data, if an advertiser wants to reach you, then you can decide what data will be made available so that it reaches you. And as the advertisers pay to reach you, you also get a portion of that revenue. Because as a human being, you are entitled. If you have communicated and you have decided that you want those data to be known, that you live in a certain area, you're a particular age, a particular gender, and you meet the criteria of that advertisers, if that advertiser pays whichever amount, a portion of that gets loaded on your wallet digitally as soon as the digital payment is made by the advertiser. Gold, as I mentioned, is that one thing that is valued wherever you go, right? Did you know that some special forces of some countries, for instance, when they send their troops or a task force somewhere, there is always in their survival kit an ounce of gold. It must mean something anywhere, so that wherever they find themselves, they have that ounce of gold to get themselves out of a problem. And that means something. Over the past 20 years, gold has increased by 500%. That since 1971, gold has increased by 5,000%. Now, when I think of my country, when I think of so many countries where their currencies, their purchasing power has decreased by 50%, 30%, you might as well have gold, won't you? That's what the wise people have always done. Why not you? The three things you can buy as an investor is: one, tokenized shares of the company. That's UPRO. Two, you can buy digital gold, which is 100% backed by gold. That's GODL. Three, you can buy UBX, which is future gold in a vault for you at a discount of 5% after 1 year, 15% after 3 years, that you can even convert, if you want, after 3 years, into shares of the company. At the end of the day, you're not investing just in a random startup and take a huge risk. Why? Because for UPRO, for GODL, or for UBX, all three are somehow backed by gold. UPRO, for instance, we commit, even because you own shares, therefore, in the company, to allocate at least 40% of your investment to buy gold or invest in gold mines so that we can generate revenues from the gold inventory that sits in the company. So somehow you are investing in an asset management company that has the growth potential of a unicorn, thanks to the adoption of Ubuntu Tribe 1 at global scale. What's your risk as an investor? Because in our case, the consumer is an investor. Because you as a consumer buy our digital assets. So your risk is protected and your gain is maximized. Can become a shareholder, is de facto a shareholder in Ubuntu Tribe. Therefore, Ubuntu Tribe is not my company. It is our company. It is our project. It's the human project. For the first time, and it's a dream I've been cherishing since I was 12, could there be a company where what I consume, I also have a right to decide what I consume as a shareholder and as a consumer. That's, for me, a human dream. Ubuntu Tribe has been completely engineered around impact. Why? 10% of all transaction fees on the platform, on the Ubuntu Tribe 1 platform, goes to social impact initiatives. We are conscious that all the gold that gets extracted, it's important for us for it to be ethical. It's important for us that the communities in those remote areas who mine the gold for you get a decent quality of life. Let's say the district where we live in. Our platform records the volume of transactions that was generated from here in terms of how many people have spent for how much. Let's say it's 10 or $100 million over the year that was spent, right? In terms of transactions. Now, 5% of those transactions stays in a local solidarity fund that sits on a wallet, digital wallet, for the participants, all the consumers who have transacted this year, to decide how they want to allocate it to help improve their local community on the ground. This way we empower you as a stakeholder to make a difference where it matters to you, where it matters for your children, where it matters for your neighbors, to improve your own environment. This is what the Solidarity Fund is about. The environment is highly damaged by mercury. As such, we want to ensure that those who do the hard work and sometimes give their lives to extract the gold for you also get a decent quality of life. So we promote ethical gold extraction. Most of the time, they lack the funding or the working capital to go and get the equipment to extract the gold. We pre-finance them and give them access to liquidity for small-scale artisanal miners to be able to extract gold in a clean way with zero mercury. Technology that is chemical-free enables the miners to increase their production by 20% and have much better, cleaner standards of living, and we're extremely proud of that. Ubuntu Tribe. It's not my company. It's our company. It's the company of whomever believes that any human being has a right to fully realize their potential. We come from all parts of the world, from the 5 continents. A management team including more than 20 nationalities with 80+ years of experience in gold trading and mining, actually a century experience, with 50+ years experience in blockchain, with 60+ year experience in multimedia and technologies. A team that somehow we've gathered from every corner of the world to represent the best the world has to offer, with a view to serve our stakeholders in the best possible way. It's also a team extremely passionate. We are all mission-driven. It's also a team balanced. Almost 50% women in the management team. It makes a big difference. We do it with love. We do it with gratitude. We do it to leave a legacy. Because of Ubuntu, because of our humanity. For you, me, them, to never forget that above everything, we are humans. Let me read a nice definition that I found about the butterfly. Butterflies are deep and powerful representations of life. Many cultures associate the butterfly with our souls. Some religions see the butterfly as a symbol of resurrection. And around the world, people view the butterfly as representing endurance, change, hope, and life. So the logo actually represents 2 things. An Ashanti symbol, which is Besasaka, that represents abundance and nurture. That's why you have those 4 corners. And it blends into a butterfly because our vision and our mission was to help, still is to help, and will always be until we succeed. Help humanity transition from caterpillars to butterflies, powered by Besasaka and abundance that this represents. Remember we were talking about the butterfly and the cocoon? When any human being, through Ubuntu Tribe 1, will have expressed that very unique, right? Not even an opportunity anymore. To not only express themselves, but to reach the best they can be by embracing Ubuntu, their humanity, their power. That's what success looks like to me.